algorithm. The only way to get your data back is to pay 6.66 BTC. Here's the price of 1 Bitcoin, and here's the price of 6.66 BTC. You only have 6 attempts to type the right key, or you will die? Computer name, oh my god, it has everything. So I have 10 hours, 36 minutes, and 1 second PM left. I don't even know what the heck, what? I think the code is most likely going to be 666. Let's hit unlock. I mean, what? 1379. Unlock. Let's hit, 0000. Unlock. That's not good. So how many more? I have 3 password attempts. How many numbers can I type? I can type infinite numbers? That's not good, bro. So you would have to pay 6.66 BTC. And when you pay the 6.66 Bitcoins, you can decrypt all the files on your computer because they're gonna give you a password here that'll decrypt it. However, I don't see a Bitcoin address anywhere. Control-Alt delete. Task manager. I can't even, oh my god, the task manager is behind this. Oh, that's so scary. I have 2 password attempts left. 1 password attempt left. If you run out of hope, there's an actual button here that says remove system. Let's just click it. Whoa, it's restarting my computer. Dude, this is what my, oh no, it actually destroyed the system. What the hell? I liked how the virus took over my entire computer and I couldn't really use any program underneath it. So I'm gonna take the Devil's Ransom. I'm placing it in the C tier because it's a working computer virus. It actually does a lot of destruction to your computer. However, the one problem with this is it's asking for way too much Bitcoin. No one has 6.66 BTC. And the second problem is even if somebody did have 6.66 BTC, there was no Bitcoin address to send it to. It's a pretty poorly coded computer virus. It does a lot of destruction, which is why it deserves C tier and not the D tier. And the next computer virus that we're gonna run is Horror Trojan Ultimate Edition. Horror Trojan Ultimate Edition.exe. Yes. What? Do you want to play with me, aka destroy your PC? Pause. Hey, sorry for interrupting the video again. I just want to quickly tell you that this video you're watching is not sponsored. Aside from not trying this at home, you can also go ahead and support Crypto NWO by hitting the like button on this video if you're truly enjoying it and subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. I mean, if you've been watching all these videos and you haven't subscribed yet, I don't really know what you're doing, but that's all I wanted to say. Let's go ahead and get back into the video. Horror Trojan Ultimate Edition, yes. Go to sleep. Oh, I hate clowns. Oh, don't do this to me. What? You died. Jeff the Killer. No, bro. I don't want to do this. What? SpongeBob. SpongeBob's back. Horror Trojan Ultimate. Mrs. Major, what kind of So we have Mrs. Major, number 3, with the blood left. SpongeBob is apparently watching me, and we also have Jeff the Killer. Bro, what is this nonsense? Horror Trojan Ultimate Edition destroyed your PC. Enjoy your PC slowly die. So my PC has been absolutely bamboozled by, Jeff the Killer. I don't know where Jeff the Killer comes from, but you guys can let me know. Then there's SpongeBob, the weird version of SpongeBob, and there's also Mrs. freaking Major. Bro, I actually don't even know what to do at a time like this. Now, what would you do if you downloaded a computer virus and blood started coming from the top of your screen, and a clown appears, SpongeBob appears, Jeff the Killer appears, and Mrs. Major also appears as well? And again, for the people that wanted to see it, I'm the one that has to do the waiting, but this is what it looks like after the timer runs out. It just signed me out. Your device ran into a problem and needs to restart. Collecting some error info and we'll restart it for you. Computer has been absolutely destroyed. I'm taking this one, and I would have placed it in the D tier because it's a copycat virus. It's just a bunch of other computer viruses compiled into one. But I will give it a C because it actually did scare the crap out of me. Like the clown. I don't like clowns. Not the biggest fan of it. The computer is destroyed, and yeah, it deserves a C tier. And the next computer virus that we're gonna run is Horror Ransom 2. Do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? HorrorRansom2.exe. Yes. Okay, just signed me out of the computer automatically, brought me back in, signed in. Whoa, you became a victim of the Horror Ransom 2.0 ransomware. Your files are encrypted using a military-grade encryption algorithm. To restore your data, you must pay us an amount of 6 BTC. All other attempts to restore your data will fail and damage your data forever. Do not reboot until payment is done or all your data is gone forever. But here's something cool that I wanted to show you. When you download this ransomware, assuming you don't download it from a malicious source, we have a decryptor here. So if I click the decryptor and then press any key, Look at that. I don't really care how much clowns scare me in this situation. I'm gonna be taking it and ranking it in the D tier. It's not a good computer virus if you're able to remove it. But again, this is only if it comes with the decryptor window. If it doesn't come with the decryptor window, I would still leave it on the D tier. All right, now I'm really excited for this one. The next computer virus that we're gonna run is Clut666. Look at that. Legendary virus, Clut666. Run as administrator. Malicious file. Run anyway. Do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? Clut666.exe? Yes. Oh, wow. Before running the application, I must warn you that this software is intended for entertainment only and not for criminal purposes. Please note that this software is harmful and dangerous. Test on a virtual machine. I'm not responsible for damages. Shout out to Cyber Soldier, Clutter. That's their YouTube channel. Go check them out. And we're gonna go ahead and hit run. Okay, my computer is losing. Okay, what is this? Okay, my display is going bonkers right now. Oh, bro, what is this? What is happening? Oh, bro, this is what my actual PC looks like right now. Dude, this is crazy. Oh, dude, what does that say? Bro, this is insanity. This actually looks so cool. Okay, I got the dinosaur game running. I mean, that's fine. Everything is okay. Yo, my computer is getting obliterated right now, bro. This is what my actual PC looks like right now, bro. What the hell? Bro, my computer is spinning. The computer is spinning. Bro, what the hell? Bro, there's upside down crosses. I can't believe what I'm actually witnessing. This is a computer virus. It's a creepypasta virus. I'm running it on Windows 10 right now. It's executing perfectly fine. Oh, bro, they call me a midget. So wait, what? What is this? Yo, what's the first thing you read on the screen? Let me know in the comment section. Cannot kill Clut. Error. System. What? Let's go into my virus and threat protection settings. Real-time protection. Okay, I can turn it on. Okay, I turned on the real-time protection and my computer is going even crazier. Bro, this is what I'm actually dealing with. That's my start menu right now. What the hell? Somebody do something. Shout out to Cyber Soldier for creating this virus. Your device ran into a problem and needs to restart. We're just collecting some error info and then we'll restart it for you. 41% complete. Look at that marking on the top. Still read it. Destroyed the computer. Whoa. Whoa, Clut666, your system was destroyed by Clut666. All your system files and MBR have been very damaged. Why did you aggressively destroy your system? Now it's late and everything is destroyed. Your mind must be versed and disgusting, as your system will suffer in hell forever. Glory to Satan. Enjoy life in hell. I loved it. I absolutely love this computer virus. We're gonna be taking Clut666 and ranking it in the A tier. Now we have No Escape and Clut666 tied in the A tier. All right, now are you ready for the next virus? The next virus that we're going to run is the Mandela virus. Oh my god, the program you are trying to open is malicious malware. If you have run this malware on physical hardware, shut it down quickly. Be aware that this malware can damage personal files and system components. I am not responsible for any damages. So we have the option to exit or the option to run. Let's hit run. Are you really sure you want to run this malware? This is the last warning. Yeah. Oh, bro, that's messed up. Oh my god. We have the Mandela virus currently executing on the computer. This is what it looks like right now. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? My mouse works. What is this? Oh my god, nothing is worth the risk. Oh my god. Everybody, go in the comment section right now, go in the chat right now, whatever's up, and just say nothing is worth the risk. Spam it. This is insanity. Oh my god. Okay, this is good. Windows 11 is currently restarting. Crypto NWO, welcome. So this is good. We're fine, right?
Malware, short for quote.
What is this?
Software.
Dude!
Is a type of software designed to harm or exploit computer systems, networks, and devices. Malware can take many forms, including viruses.
The system is shutting down. Please save all work in progress and log off. Any unsaved changes will be lost.
Malware is dangerous because it can cause significant harm to individuals, organizations, and even entire countries. Use antivirus and anti-malware.
Oh my god!
Installing antivirus and anti-malware software on your computer and devices is an essential step to protect them from malware.
Amidst the battle between humanity's greatest soldier and the representative of the god of the underworld, humanity's last stand was about to decide the fate of the world. However, their battle shook the foundation of Earth itself, so to stop them from ending all life on the planet, the leader of the mages blasted the whole city, and teleported them back in time with no memories of their future's existence. But after losing humanity's greatest soldier, the armies of the evil wizards destroyed all life on Earth, and using divine calamity rank beasts, their leader engulfed the world in eternal darkness. As he was about to go to school, Takaya saw his mother's hate-filled eyes and thought that living in hell was better than staying at his house. Since summer vacation was over, he met with his girlfriend Kirumi to go for kendo practice and asked if she really had to hold his arm in public. She guessed that he was frustrated because of the rough relationship he had with his brother Geku, so she offered to speak to him. But he knew that his worthless brother would never acknowledge him. Reaching the school, they went their separate ways to change into the attire of the dojo, and Takaya saw a flatter than a surfboard girl named Mui falling unconscious on the ground. She wouldn't wake up no matter what he did, so he took her to the nurse's office, and she suddenly hugged him as she thought that he was her brother. However, when she came back to her senses, all she saw was his horny-filled eyes in front of her, and she slammed that dumbass against the wall. She didn't know where she was right now, and after Takaya told her, she collapsed on him, and the two ended up kissing each other accidentally. Calling him a disgusting moron, she shot at him, but she missed her mark and accidentally turned him into a magician. It was the first time for both of them to ever kiss someone, and Takaya suddenly got one up against all the disgusting weebs watching this video, as he had felt the touch of a woman now.
Yo, that one there was a violation, personally I wouldn't have.
Both of them decided that it was best if they forgot about what happened. And after they introduced themselves to each other, she apologized to him for going all Kevin Hart on his ass with the roasts. Suddenly, a black scout bug appeared in the room, and after Mui destroyed it, she rushed to run away with Takaya. But her useless brother Tsugenashi stopped her. She begged her brother to stop trying to capture her, but the evil wizards had wiped all of his memories, and when his lackeys appeared, Takaya grabbed her hand to jump through the window. However, Tsugenashi froze it, and with nowhere left to go, Takaya accepted Oigami's challenge to a duel. He had to protect Mui at all costs, so he started fighting Oigami with his bamboo katana, and was able to block his great sword with his mere wooden sword. As Mui was trying to break through the ice with her gun, Takaya parried Oigami's attack, and hit his chest with the bamboo katana. Angry that he was getting his ass handed to him by a guy with a wooden sword, Oigami ramped up his striking speed, and with a flurry of strikes, he managed to cut off his wooden sword. But at that instant, Takaya awoke the god's evasive power stored in him that let him see through his attacks, and after telling Mui to get down, he hit his hand and used his great sword to break through the frozen window and escape. Tsugenashi thought that they couldn't let the two escape, as he was an evasive magic power user like Origami, so they followed them through the school and stumbled upon their friend Ida, who saw his friends running from them. But when he asked Hataru why they were chasing them, she didn't explain anything and got ready to throw hands with him. After getting to a safe distance, Mui apologized to Takaya for accidentally unlocking God's secret power inside of him. She couldn't hold back her tears as she took Takaya's normal life away from him, and now he had to spend the rest of his life as a magician. Because of that, he couldn't live in the human world anymore, so she invited him to join Subaru Magic Academy. And when Kirumi saw the two of them talking, she got pissed at him. However, the evil magicians appeared, and Takaya commanded the girls to get back, as he planned to take them all by himself. Since Oigami wanted to fight Takaya, Ushiwaka focused Mui, and Kurumi slammed his face with her book. Pissed that a mere human attacked him, he summoned his secret magic and attacked her with killer bees. But when Mui got in front of her and both of them got hurt, the curse of the god activated and devoured Ashiwaka's soul. It was forbidden for mages to attack their brethren in the human world with their magic. But when Takaya asked why it didn't activate when Mui attacked him, she said that it was because he was a human at that time. As Takaya started his battle with Oigami, the killer bee's flesh-eating curse started consuming Kurumi. But at that instant, the holy Booba goddess blessed her with huge jiggly wigglies that cured the poison from her body. As Takaya's eyes were set on her huge saddlebags, their friend Ida appeared with Hataru's body on his shoulder and told everyone that she attacked him out of nowhere. However, she collapsed to the ground, so he carried her there, and flames of the fell god started erupting from his hands. Angry that his comrade got defeated, Oigami wildly attacked Takaya, but God's evasive power allowed him to see all his attacks before him. And he told the brown-haired f*** that he would never be able to hit him. To prove him wrong, Origami rushed at him, but he fell into his trap, and as Mui's mana blinded his eyes, Takaya hit his neck with his bamboo sword to knock him unconscious. With 3 new mages appearing, Mui had no option but to take them with her, so she showed them the way to the alternate ruined world of the magicians that existed on top of the human world, and they were all shocked to see the desolate wasteland of concrete. Going to the Subaru Magic Academy, Dr. Hayato treated everyone's injuries and informed them to go meet with Headmistress Momoka. When they reached her room, they learned that all the evil wizards that attacked them were captured, and the shorty apologized to all of them on her dumbass students' behalf as she got them into unwanted trouble. As they didn't know anything about the history of the ruined world, she told all of them about it. 16 years ago in the Great Magic War, a full-scale conflict between the wizards Akira was an ugly, disgusting, worthless loser who was bored with his pathetic, miserable life and was even secretly mocked by all the girls in his class. But although he knew he was just a useless burden on society, he wished he could find a new game to play, until he saw a crocodile dickhead knock away a truck with a single punch. As a 5-second countdown began, the crocodile tried killing Akira, but he evaded his attacks and ran away on his bicycle. The lizard continued chasing him, but Akira began to realize that this was just another game, and his new objective was to defeat his opponent. So he made the man follow him into an abandoned building, and started creating a trap while hiding. However, when the crocodile man jumped close to him, he ran to the upper floor and lured him into his trap, causing the water tanker on top of the building to fall on him. But the ugly brute still didn't go down, and when he jumped toward him, Akira used his metal pole to destroy his guts. As the man fell to his death, Neon congratulated Akira from behind for defeating his pet. And after 5 seconds had passed, their battle started, and she destroyed his body with a cannon. The sky turned red as he drew his last breath, but even at that moment while he was lying in his blood, all he wanted to do was play more games. So his wish was granted, and he woke up in a room filled with other people to participate in a death game. His wounds were healed, and Mion introduced herself to all the participants, saying that she was their navigator, and they had been chosen as contestants for the Death Battle game. All of the contestants had their names removed from the National Registry, so they were dead in the eyes of society, and now had to spend the rest of their lives following the rules of the death game. When an ugly blondie Hulk retaliated against the sudden turn of events, she blasted his ass with her skill, and it was the ability to turn her hand into a cannon. All the contestants were also given abilities just like her, and Mion revealed that the purpose of the death battle was for the humans to test their abilities for the organization by participating in the program they had created. But for the time being, the contestants had cuffs on their hands that restricted their movement and prevented them from using their abilities. Whenever it would glow green, the contestants would gain their abilities after 5 seconds, and when Mion explained all the rules, she asked Akira if he would enjoy this game like all the other games in the real world. To demonstrate that she knew everything about the contestants, she revealed the secrets of nerdy girl Rindo and budget Bakugo from Wish.com Madoka. Shin wondered why the administrators were conducting the death game, but since Mion couldn't answer that question, he asked why she had to kill the man when she could have just immobilized him. So Shin told him that she was just a naughty little kitty who liked violence, and Rin revealed that she probably killed the man to stop anyone else from revolting. Mion agreed with her, and when Yuri asked her if the contestants were chosen specifically, she told her that everything was random. With the question-answer session over, Yang wanted the contestants to get rest before their one-on-one battles began, so Mion blasted the walls to create a path for everyone to go to their resting spot. Going to his room, the cuffs on Akira's arms unlocked on their own, and when he opened an envelope that was on the table, he learned that his ability was whatever the other person thought he was. He was Mion's favorite contestant, and even though Akira was worried about how he would use his ability, he decided to think about it later and ate his favorite Japanese sweets to stimulate his single-celled brain. Later, as he was trying to figure out his ability, he was startled by an earthquake that was caused when someone tested their ability and wondered how his strange ability would assist him in defeating stronger opponents. However, the only thing he could do now was give his best, and when his one-on-one battle started, he went into a classroom in a school and saw Madoka sitting there waiting for him. He asked Akira to forfeit, as he believed that he would win easily, and it would save him from the hassle of beating him into a pulp. But Akira had a backbone despite how he looked, so he chose to fight, and when 5 seconds passed after their cuffs turned green, Madoka converted a stick into a sword and charged at him. He swung wildly at Akira, and cut every piece of furniture that Akira used to block his attacks, so he threw a bunch of chairs at Madoka to distract him, and hauled ass out of there. Madoka chased him into a dark room, and when he slipped on oil, Akira threw a flame bomb at him that he cut, and tried to burn him. But Madoka was able to see through his tricks and escaped. Akira went into hiding again, and as Madoka was looking for him, he appeared behind him, and told him that he was hesitating to use his ability because of how dangerous it was. Madoka thought that he was bluffing, so Akira asked if he remembered what Mion's ability was, but he didn't give one fuck about it, and charged at him. At that instant, Akira turned his hand into a cannon, and blasted him against a wall. His sword transformed back into a stick, and as he was sitting on his own blood, Akira asked him to surrender, saying that he would have to shoot him otherwise, so Madoka accepted his defeat. Mion was happy with his victory, and when Yang asked why he waited so long to use his ability when he had it from the start, Mion told her that Akira managed to fool her too, and revealed that his ability was whatever the other person thought it was. Because of that ability, he needed to create an environment where his opponent would believe his words, and with his first victory, Akira planned to continue to decimate anyone who would dare to cross him. Unlike Akira, the big-plotted girl Yuri was a normal high school student who loved dogs and was emotionally sensitive. One day, when she saw a man sitting helplessly at a train station after he was bullied, she helped him out, but the man was a stalker creep and followed her everywhere afterward. Running away from him, she went back to her home and saw her mother Minako with a man that she just met moments ago and had a daughter that Minako wanted her to take care of. One day as the sun was setting, she went to buy some milk and saw the stalker creep Oji about to end his life, so she rescued him, making him think that they were destined to be with each other. Yuri felt disgusted by him, but when the man said that he would jump if she wouldn't love him back, she went on the other side of the railing to help him out. However, the scum of the earth grabbed Yuri and jumped with her from the building to be one with his lover in death and the afterlife. Waking up in her room, Yuri was pissed at her fate, as she was a sensitive girl who wanted to help everyone, but her kind nature caused her death, and it frustrated her. When she opened the envelope on the table, she learned that her ability increased her physical strength by 5 times, and she punched a wall to test it out to reveal that the earthquake Akira felt was caused by her. With her overwhelmingly strong ability, Yuri tried to burst open the door of her room, but she failed and thought that her ability was useless. In her whole life, nothing ever went her way, and she remembered the memory of when Riria came to greet her for the first time. Since she hadn't eaten anything, Yuri made her breakfast and got happy seeing her empty her plate. Riria complimented her cooking skills, and before her father got back, Yuri wanted to give her a bath. But when she undressed, she saw the bruises on her body that were caused by her father's beatings. And as Riria was sleeping at night, Yuri remembered the time when her mother blamed her existence to be the cause of all her suffering. She was seeing all the memories in her dream, and with the time of one-on-one battle approaching, she was taken into an empty parking lot for her fight. Her opponent was an unhygienic, disgusting Baldy, and smelling Yuri, he realized that she hadn't slept with anyone with his ability to identify the other person's chastity status. As he approached Yuri, she threatened to chop off his baby-making machine. But the man was a masochist, so when Yuri kicked him in the face, he got turned on and thought that he was blessed by God in his second life. As if he wasn't the biggest shithead in the world already, he dropped his pants, as there was no rule about dressing in a fight, and Yuri felt disgusted by him. When the scum of the earth charged at her, she couldn't do anything because of his dangling piss rocket, and got grabbed by him. The face smelled her, and remembered when a beautiful girl like her realized that he was the CEO of a big company, and tried to blackmail him into giving her more money. He was worried at first, but when he convinced himself that he was the one in control, he strangled the girl to death and smelled her afterward. He started working out after that to continue to control teenage girls like her, and felt that it was a marvelous random chance of fate that he was paired with a girl like Yuri. With the memory of everyone who had done her wrong in her whole life flashing before her eyes, Yuri ramped up her powers to the maximum, and crushed the creep's arm with her hand. As he screamed in pain and cursed her existence, she punched the ground to create a diversion, and appeared behind him to punch the stupid piece of shit's face. The man ragdolled into a wall, and with her first battle won, Yuri vowed to rid the world of people like him and get back home to Riria. Meanwhile, in his room, Akira kept eating his favorite sweets while thinking about how he would bring the whole Death Game organization down. Some days later, he was taken by guards for the second program, and got into a room with 4 other contestants where Madoka was also present. Through a speaker, they were informed that they would take part in a 5-on-5 team battle in 2 hours, and Akira realized that the organization was trying to make contestants kill each other. If the team wanted to coordinate, they needed to reveal their abilities to each other. But since Akira's ability was the most unique one, he wondered if it was the right move. At that moment, Sawatari caught everyone's attention by clapping, and revealed his ability by flipping a button and turning it into a rope. Yuri thought he would be just dead weight for the rest of them with his parlor trick ability, and after introducing herself, she told everyone that her ability multiplied her physical strength by 5 times. While Madoka could turn a stick into a sword that could cut anything, Shin's ability was to become invincible for 2 seconds. But he had no intention of using something that the organization planted in him without his consent. However, he was a wrestler in real life, so everyone was happy to have him, and when it was Akira's turn to reveal his ability, he told everyone that he could turn his hand into a cannon. Hearing that, Sawatari wondered why he was the only one with a goofy-ass ability, and Akira thought that he might have been able to explore his true ability more if he told his teammates about it. But if he did that, they would be able to nullify it easily later on. So Akira wanted to think wisely before he did that, as he didn't want to reveal his ability to the wrong person. When Sawatari asked everyone to demonstrate their abilities, Akira changed the topic by asking Madoka about his injuries, and everyone learned that the two fought with each other in one-on-one battle. Sawatari made fun of Madoka for losing to a midget, and as they all started talking about the organization's lousy healthcare facilities, Akira felt relieved that the topic had changed since he didn't want to demonstrate his ability. However, he wanted to get a grasp of the abilities of his teammates to make a plan, so he told Yuri that she would be critical in their upcoming battle, and asked her to jump. She did that without any thinking, and when everyone saw her plot coverage, she slapped the fuck out of everyone. Later, as they were heading out for the team battle, Akira apologized to her, saying that he only wanted to see her physical abilities, and a jump was the easiest way to check it out. After walking for some time, they reached a huge room with an arena inside it, and saw that the enemy was 1 man short. but Yuri pointed out the man hiding in the shadows. Afterward, Mina revealed that the members from each team would enter the ring to fight a one-on-one match, and the team with the most victories would be victorious in the end. Hearing the rules, Akira realized that everyone got played like a fool into revealing their abilities, as even though the program was a team battle, everyone would fight one-on-one with each other, and there was no need to reveal their abilities beforehand. For the first fight, Rin and Sawatari entered the ring to fight each other, and when the 5-second timer hit 0, the manipulating redhead hottie asked Sawatari to forfeit, as she was afraid of what would happen to her if she lost. However, he thought that she was just baiting her with something that she was hiding in the sheet cover on her body, so she removed it to reveal her huge plot armor, and offered Sawatari a reward that he had never experienced before in his life if he would forfeit. For a moment he thought about agreeing to her offer, as he didn't want to fight with his useless ability, so he decided to flip a coin to decide the winner. Since his ability wasn't great for fighting, he betted the outcome on a 50-50 gamble instead, and Rin agreed to it. However, when he flipped the coin and was about to catch it, she destroyed his body with metal spikes, and Akira realized that she planned to kill him from the start. Even though they all saw her using her ability, they couldn't figure it out, as she barely even moved before the blades appeared in the air. Since there was no hope of saving Sawatari, he was taken away to be thrown in a dumpster. And while Yuri was on the verge of crying, Madoka called him a dumbass for letting his guard down in the middle of a fight. Yuri and Shin got angry at him for disrespecting someone who had just died, and started arguing with each other. But since they couldn't afford to do that, Akira calmed all of them by saying that it wasn't the time to argue, and they could just do it afterward. For the next battle, Shin was paired against Ringo, and Madoka warned him to not let his guard down, as the nerdy gamer girl was unusually calm, and it made Shin wonder about how strong her ability was. However, when the fight started and he rushed at her, she raised her hand and forfeited the fight by admitting her defeat. Shin was declared the winner, and as everyone was shocked by Ringo's decision, Rin grabbed her by the neck, as her useless ass didn't even get his opponent to show his ability. She was ready to kill Ringo for that, but Siko calmed her down by saying that she would win the next round, and Ringo thanked her for helping her out. Despite how she looked outside, Ringo was really scared, as she thought that Rin was going to kill her for sure. She could copy the ability of another person at 1/10 the value, and when she activated her ability during the fight, she realized all she got was invincibility for 0.2 seconds, and decided to forfeit. Afterward, Mion asked Madoka and Siko to enter the ring for the third battle, and when the 5-second counter hit 0, she shot a marble at him with a slingshot. When Madoka knocked it away, it transformed into a big boulder, and Siko got scared of his incredible reflexes. But he kept his cool even when Madoka transformed a stick into a sword and threw another marble at him. However, he knocked it away yet again, so Siko shot 3 marbles at once to make him close the gap between them, and transformed the next marble into a boulder before it hit Madoka. But he was able to cut it in half, and Siko wondered what she had to do to win that fight. Believing that he had proved himself superior, Madoka told Siko that there was no chance for her to defeat him, and asked her to forfeit. However, Siko was scared of what Rin would do to her if she lost, so she grabbed all the marbles from her pockets and threw them toward Madoka. Although he escaped all the huge boulders, his escape route eventually got cut off, and when he was stuck in one place, Siko threw another marble at Madoka. He cut it in half, but she used it as a diversion to get close to him, so she could shoot him at point-blank range. However, her slingshot was cut by Madoka's hidden knife, and when it transformed into a stick, he revealed that he broke his strike during Siko's last attack, as he expected something like that to happen. With victory in hand, he pointed his sword at Siko's neck to ask her to forfeit once more, but she started smiling, as her last marble had bounced back beneath him. When it transformed into a boulder, it crushed Madoka's marbles, and while Siko was declared the winner, Akira called Madoka a dumbass idiot for losing to that weak girl. After the ring was cleared, Kuji and Akira were called by Mion to go into the ring, and Akira vowed to win the battle for his team. But in reality, he couldn't care less about winning, and just wanted to find out how his ability truly worked, as there were a lot of people there that believed his ability to be the cannon. When the fight started, he tried to summon his cannon, but his ability didn't activate, so he turned around and threatened to kill Madoka because he lost an easy fight by underestimating his opponent. When Madoka thought of him as an opponent, Akira was able to summon the cannon and blasted the wall to startle him. By doing that, he now knew that his ability only activated when the other person thought of him as his enemy. Seeing Akira shoot at his own teammate, Kuji started sweating in fear and remembered his disgusting NPC life in the real world that ended when a steel beam fell on him. Afterward, Akira tested his ability by considering all the enemies as his target, but the ability only activated when he focused on Kuji, as the others weren't his enemies. He planned to put an end to the battle instantly by blasting him with his cannon, but Kuji put his hand on the ground to stop the blast. Akira tried shooting him a few more times, but none of his blasts went through, and as Kuji was losing his sanity thinking that he was going to lose, Ringo and Siko cheered for him. It was the first time a girl was cheering for his virgin ass, and when Rin told him that the girls would do anything he would ask if he won, his dormant rocket took flight after centuries, and a new burning hope appeared inside him. However, Akira yeeted a shoe at his face, and appearing behind him, he warned Kuji to keep his hands in the air if he didn't want his head to get blown off. He had realized that Kuji's ability could nullify other abilities, but it only worked when he would put his hand on the ground. So with his ability revealed, Kuji accepted his defeat, and as Akira was going back to his team, he revealed that his ability didn't work if he simply declared someone the other person. It was necessary for them to form a mutual engagement with Akira if he wanted to activate his ability, and because of that reason, the cannon only activated for the person he was facing in the ring, as even though the other people were his enemy, they weren't engaged with him directly. For the final duel of the team battle, Yuri was waiting to see her opponent, and saw the disgusting stalker creep that killed her to fulfill his fetish. She got pissed at him, and as all her team members held her in place, Aoji asked her to marry him after the fight. Hearing that, she ordered her teammates to let go of her, and when their battle started, Aoji stood still so Yuri could do whatever she wanted to him. So wasting no time, she punched him in his guts and yeeted his ass out of the ring. Everyone was shocked by her superhuman strength, and with the team battle over, Mion appeared and her lackeys blindfolded everyone. The winning team was awarded with a lavish dinner, while the ladies of the losing team served them while wearing bunny outfits. As Rin was pouring tea for Akira, she asked him to be her friend since she wanted to know more about him, but he didn't care about her one bit, and rejected her proposal. After Yuri passed a plate to him, she mentioned that her wrist hurt because of the last punch. So Akira wrapped it in his handkerchief, and told Madoka to stop ordering the bunny girls around because he didn't win his fight. He didn't want Ringo to be bothered by that good-for-nothing budget Bakugo, and thought that the death game must be hard for a middle schooler like her, but she was actually a college student who was underdeveloped her whole life. With the dinner over, both teams were sent on their separate paths, and Mion told the losing team that they still had to face their real punishment. When Akira's team reached an intersecting path, the guard told the team members to go their separate ways, and everyone realized that they would be each other's enemy for the third program. However, Madoka and Shin wanted all of them to stay alive until the end, and before Yuri went on her own way, Akira told her that the handkerchief on her wrist was important to him, and he wanted her to keep it safe by staying alive. Promising to do that, she went down her path, while Yuri did the same, and reached a room to see a smartphone on top of a stone table. When his cuffs were unlocked, he grabbed the smartphone, and Yang told him that he had 100 points at the moment. But to win the third program, he needed to collect 1,000 points, and as he was asking Yang to explain the point system in detail, the door in front of him opened. Exiting it, he learned that every person who would be knocked out in Blocka would give him 10 points, but since that amount was insignificant, he decided to escape the area, and ran into Katsuya. He thought that he wanted to fight him, but Katsuya wasn't there for that, and only wanted to recruit him. However, before Akira could ask about the proposal in detail, he saw Yuri running for her life from a team of creeps, and reunited with her. The group was part of Team Red, and was given orders by their leader to recruit newcomers into their team, so they did their victory pose to impress them. Kaji seemed happy beyond oblivion that they were going to recruit 2 girls, but Mitsura told him to get his banana-ass face checked by a doctor, as Akira was a man, and Matsushita even confirmed it for him. When the battle between them started, Katsuya turned a stick into a bow, and stood in front of Akira and Yuri to protect them. He wanted the two to run away while he would battle the red team, so to stop them, Matsushita transformed his hand into a cannon, and Yuri got shocked seeing that he had the same ability as Akira. Everyone froze in place when they heard her, and since the enemy now believed that he had the cannon ability, Akira summoned it and fired a blast at them. When Mitsura chased them, Katsuya shot arrows at his foot to stop him, and Matsushita fired his cannon to stop them from escaping. But Akira fired his cannon in retaliation, and the explosion from the collision of the 2 blasts knocked the dragon team, and allowed the 3 to get away. Matsushita started shaking like a little bitch because he knew the horrible things their boss would do to them, and at the same time, Katsuya thanked Akira for saving him. However, Akira didn't want him to do that, as he didn't hesitate to show his ability to protect some strangers, and felt that they needed to thank him instead. He was part of the Team Green, and when Yuri asked about the teams in the third program, Katsuya told her that the teams were factions, and the red team was being run by two ruthless men with overpowered abilities. Afterward, they went to Team Green's hideout and were surprised to see that it was more like a small village, as there were children and old people in there, and it made Akira wonder how long they were competing for in the third program. When they entered the leader's house and Katsuya went to inform him about the two, they got embarrassed by each other because of their emotional goodbyes. At that instant, Yuri asked Akira why he chose to come here, so he told her that he wanted to join them because the leader of the Team Green must have strong members, as they were strong enough to take care of the weak in the tough environment. Soon after, they entered Shirasaga's room, and he thanked the two for saving Katsuya's life from the red team. Since Akira was curious about Team Green and had the cannon ability, Shirasagi was happy to have him, as his team was lacking in powerful abilities, and Yuri whispered to Akira that his smart ass was all wrong about Team Green. When Katsuya asked her about her ability, she revealed that she could quintuple her physical abilities, and it shocked them both, as her super rare ability was ranked even higher than the cannon ability. Shirasagi and Katsuya started crying with happiness, as they thought that Yuri's ability could change the Team Green's future, and the two just looked at them with confusion. As the time of sunset approached, Shirasagi showed them the smartphone that was essential in the third program, saying that they could earn points by completing quests assigned by the organization and use them to buy various things. In the third program, everyone needed to complete quests to get close to earning 1,000 points, and when Shirasagi first entered it, the teams were small and nobody fought each other. But eventually, Team Red started gathering more and more members to expand their influence, and when they started to kidnap people to force them to join their side, Shirasagi made a team of his own. Team Red had no intention of moving on to the next program, as there was no guarantee that the arena of the next program would mimic a real-world environment. Then since they could buy everything they needed through points, the red team decided to stay in the third program as kings. At the same time in the red team's hideout, the red team leader Ugami learned about the failure of those tracksuits wearing dumbasses, and told Rin to offer some beer to Mitsuru. As he was about to grab it, Ugami slammed the beer bottle on his face, and told all of them to get ready for their death. However, Masaya stopped him, as the sight of blood and violence at his place disgusted him, and told Ugami that a new cannon user posed no threat to them. But he was curious as to how a newcomer brat like him managed to escape the dragon team. Back in Shirasaga's office, Akira learned that Team Red exploited the weak to use them as slaves, and hearing that reminded Yuri about Riria. Shirasagi couldn't see the tyranny any longer, so to protect the weak, he created Team Green, as Team Blue declared neutrality, and never bothered to deal with Team Red. He knew that their fight with Team Red would come soon, so he asked the two of them to fight with them. And while Yuri agreed instantly, Akira didn't want to join Team Green just because he had no other choice. So he threatened to attack Shirasagi, and when Yuri and Katsuya rushed to protect him, he told the two to stay put. Akira had given himself another choice by threatening to attack Shirasagi, but his cannon didn't appear, and it made him wonder if the old man doubted his ability. However, when Yuri told him not to use his ability, he was able to summon the cannon, and Shirasagi asked him if he was ready to see what would happen if he decided to attack. Akira blasted him without hesitation, but it had absolutely no effect on Shirasagi, and the old man realized that he attacked him to gauge his battle prowess. When Akira agreed to join him, Yuri got pissed at him for causing a commotion, so Shirasagi told her that Akira just wanted to see if they stood a chance against Team Red under his leadership, and he knew that he would be able to block the cannon, so he took the attack on with no hesitation. As Akira wondered how strong Shirasagi really was, Momoko informed everyone that a lot of new recruits had joined Team Green, and their number was so high that they didn't have enough rooms to accommodate them, so the disgusting desperate shit told Shirasagi that he would share a room with Yuri. Going into the room, she saw a baby blockage device on the table, and when Akira asked what she found, she hid it behind her. When the night came, he apologized for making her share a room with him, and said that he wanted to tell her something. Intrusive thoughts started to take over her mind at that instant, but Akira just wanted to pass a note to her, and she learned that his true ability was telepathy. She got pissed that it wasn't something romance-related, but Akira was a single-player pleasure practitioner and asked her to close her eyes and focus. When she did that, she heard Akira's voice in her head, and was able to send her voice to his mind as well. From that moment, Akira wanted her to only talk with him in her mind, and not say anything aloud, as he was worried that their room might be monitored. However, he didn't blame Shirasagi for being cautious of them, as he was in his place. He would also keep a close eye on newcomers for the protection of his village. Later, when Akira asked Yuri to tell him more about her, he learned about the tragedies that happened in her life and her desire to return back to Riria so she could protect her from her father. He promised to help her make it home, and when they shook hands with each other, he told her about his real ability. As Yuri was standing there confused, their phone rang, and Mion informed them about a quest that would begin tomorrow at Block D. So the following day, Shirasagi gathered his troops for Mion's quest, as it was worth a lot of points, and organized the teams based on their powers and roles. Akira and Yuri were ordered to stay together, and as they were walking toward the quest's location, she confirmed if he could really use any ability he could think of, and Akira asked her to do her best for him. Even though he didn't want to reveal his true ability to anyone, Akira decided that Yuri was the ideal person to reveal his ability to, as he could use her to get any ability he wanted. When they reached the abandoned ruins of Block D, Mion greeted everyone and summoned ghouls to attack them. Seeing them, Akira realized that the same ghoul attacked him in his past life, and Mion informed everyone that the quest would end when all the ghouls or humans would perish. Team Green members lost their morale after seeing the ghouls, but Shirasagi wanted them to stay strong, and tanked a ghoul's attack like a true Giga Chad. When a guy slammed the ghoul to the ground, a hottie decapitated its head, and Akira summoned the cannon at the same time to destroy another ghoul. Meanwhile, Katsuya lured a ghoul by shooting arrows at it, and when he chased him, a cute nun used a curse doll to break every bone in the ghoul's body. Team C's leader Toru teleported around ghouls to confuse them, and when Yuri got jumped by one, Akira blasted it away with cannon, and was happy to see his plan working. Meanwhile, from the top of the ruins, Ugami and Masaya had arrived to observe the abilities of Team Green members, and being the dumbass she was, Yuri punched a ghoul in front of them. When the Green Team members started running away, Masaya bound his slaves with a spell to control them, and made them attack the ghouls so Shirasagi would be forced to reveal his ability. Masaya had ordered the slaves to attack the ghouls because he knew that Shirasagi was too kind to leave them behind. And when Ringo was about to get killed by a ghoul, Yuri punched it, and Akira carried her to safety. Since the ghouls weren't much of a challenge for Team Green, Mion summoned the King of Ghouls to start the main event of the quest. When Masaya made his slaves attack the Behemoth Abomination, a Team Green member risked his life to protect them, and Akira blasted it with his cannon. But he was slammed away against a tree, and Shirasagi had to protect him. He told Akira to get to safety while he would distract the monsters, and ordered all the rest of his troops to retreat as well. As Akira ran away, Shirasagi tossed a pebble toward the monster to get its attention, and used his ability to conduct peaceful negotiations to block its attack. When his body charged up to the maximum, he broke the negotiation, and returned all the damage he received to the monster in an instant. Although he defeated the abomination, his arm was destroyed, and Team Red now knew his true ability. However, the battle wasn't over yet, as the monster started eating other ghouls to heal its injuries, and got back up once again. Katsuya and Yuri wanted to help Shirasagi, but he ordered them to escape, and Akira told her that their leader had made the right decision, as she needed to stay alive to return to Riria. However, Yuri didn't want to make excuses to abandon someone, so when she went to help Shirasagi, Akira instructed Katsuya to get back to base. The Calamity Ghoul kept punching Shirasagi until she kicked its face, and when the monster was about to grab them, she dodged back with the old man, and Akira blasted it by turning his hand into a cannon. Yuri was happy to see him fighting for them, and Shirasagi asked why they had come to help him, but Akira had a plan to defeat the monster, and told him to just shut the fuck up and watch. As they approached the monster ghoul, they jumped away to dodge its attack, and while Akira used his cannon, Yuri kicked the monster's face. However, their attacks had no effect, so he told her that it was time to execute their plan. And although she was unsure, Akira had full trust in her. Blasting the monster with the cannon, Akira lured him towards the ruins, and got himself cornered by Purpose. When the monster was about to smash him into bits, Yuri thought of an ability, and it allowed Akira to dodge the attack. Putting the cannon in the ghoul's mouth, he blasted its disgusting face, and Yuri rushed to hug his future meat provider. However, the ghoul got up once again, but Ugami blew its head away with a punch, as the two were an interesting pair, and he wanted to tease them himself. Blaming him for the deaths of countless people, Yuri rushed at him, but he blocked her kick with his arm, and yeeted her ass back to Akira. Shirasagi stood with the two of them, so Ugami wanted all three of them to attack him at once. but Mion stopped the fight before it started because the quest wasn't over. However, since both parties were itching to eliminate each other, Mion suggested an all-out team battle game between Team Red and Team Green to hunt each other's king to win the war game. But it wouldn't require them to kill each other, and they just needed to hunt the interface they received before the third quest, and connect it to their own to complete the hunt. Since the leaders of both teams had overpowered abilities, she offered to activate the cuffs and seal the abilities of the king to make it easier to kill the leader after they would get their interface stolen. With that quest, Mion wanted the merciless engagement to bring the two teams to a resolution. And while Ugami agreed with the rules and conditions, Masaya wasn't satisfied with the battle, as it didn't hold all their lives at stake, and wanted everyone on the losing team to die. Mion found his proposal interesting, but Team Green had elderly and children on their side who weren't a part of the battle. But the naughty cat lady had already decided to act on Masaya's request. However, she offered Shirasagi to fight the uninjured Team Red at that moment if they didn't want the quest to happen. But he had no chance to defeat them right now, so Mion revealed that the Hunt the King war game would begin in 7 days. The injured were quickly taken back to Team Green's headquarters, and while Haruka went to gather firewood, Katsuya thanked Yuri and Akira for saving the old geezer's life, and he offered to prepare a hot bath for the both of them as a reward. Yuri was angry at the beating Ugami gave her, and Akira went to meet Shirasagi after patching himself. The old man's arm was injured, but he preferred not to rest, as he needed to inform everyone about the upcoming battle, and asked Yuri about his real ability. When he got cornered, he had no way out from the ghoul's attack, and it made Shirasagi realize that the cannon wasn't his true ability. Although Akira agreed that it wasn't, he refused to tell the old man about his real ability, but he promised to bring the enemy to their knees using it. Meanwhile, in the woods, a red team member was defeated by Shin, as he attacked Haruka while she was gathering firewood, and Ringo revealed that she used to be a disgusting gamer just like Akira and got crushed by him every time. Ever since then, she became his admirer, and as she was thinking about how she could get close to Akira, Haruka and Shin got back to the headquarters. Because of his wrestler build, Katsuya and Asuka were cautious of Shin, but Haruka told them that he had saved her life. When Yuri and Akira saw him, they greeted each other, and Katsuya learned that they were on the same team on the second quest. Since Shin was their friend, Shirasagi offered him to make himself at home, but he had no time to do that, as Mion announced that the existence of the red and green teams would be put at stake in 7 days when the Hunt the King quest would begin. Hearing Shirasagi's speech, all the Team Green members got excited for the upcoming battle. But Akira knew that they were playing right into Mion's hand, and realized that Masaya would be the most dangerous enemy because of his intelligence. As he was going back to his room to think, Ringo greeted him, and wanted to express her true feelings for him. But her open floodgates took her ability to speak, and she abruptly revealed that she knew about his real ability. When Akira asked what she knew about it, she told him that she could learn another person's ability using her own, and it allowed her to figure out his secret. Hearing this, Akira took her inside the room, and asked what she wanted from him, so she told him that she wanted to become his partner, as her ability was useless on its own. When she left his room, she saw Yuri outside, and made a promise to herself to get better than the big plotted girl. Some time later, as Yuri was resting, Akira knocked on her door and asked her to go meet the Team Blue with him. At the same time, in the red team's hideout, the man Shin defeated told Yuki that he had important information, while Masaya thought that the strongest member of Team Green was Akira. The Red Dragon team was drooling over Rin, but Renka came to participate in the next quest, and asked Mitsura who the big plotted girl was. When Rin introduced herself, she got pissed at her for speaking without her permission, and advised her to stay out of her way. However, when Rin called her a pathetic senile cat, she got pissed at him, and Masaya tossed a knife at her to make her shut the fuck up. But she started bothering him by asking for a head, and Kamui entered the hideout in that instant. He crumbled his skateboard by merely touching it, and when Yuki came, Masaya asked him about the last member Rindu, and learned that he was testing his sword on the hostages for the upcoming battle. Calling them all his pawns, Masaya instructed them to do whatever he said, and kill everyone on the upcoming battle quest they would come across, while the red-haired man informed him that the spy in Team Green had helped him escape. He saw the moment Akira killed the Calamity Ghoul, and realized that he should have been killed by the monster's earlier attack. But he escaped somehow, and killed it afterward. Hearing this, Masaya went to meet Ugami, who was playing with ghouls, and told him that Akira's real ability wasn't the cannon. Meanwhile, on their way to negotiate with Team Blue, Akira stopped suddenly, and told Yuri that he wanted to be alone with her. He tested out Yuri's ability to increase his strength, and even though he succeeded, he found it hard to move using it, and thought of himself as an amateur driver placed behind an F1 car with no steering wheel. Since he couldn't use that ability in the upcoming battle, Akira wanted to research other abilities in advance that he could reliably activate, and asked Yuri to imagine him into someone. When he went behind a tree, Yuri did exactly that, and Akira was able to transform into Ringo's body. However, when he looked at himself and saw who he transformed into, he asked Yuri if she saw him with Ringo yesterday. Transforming back into himself, he revealed that the shorty had figured out his real ability, so he had no choice but to take her into his confidence. But he couldn't tell Yuri about Ringo's ability. She had a few conditions for keeping his ability a secret while working with him, and one of them was to keep her ability hidden from Yuri. So he wanted her to talk with Ringo when they would get back to figure out her intentions and check if they could trust her. Afterward, they finally met Team Blue's leader Amoto, who was immediately impressed by Yuri's huge cushioning, and Akira told him about the upcoming battle quest between the red and green team. The rule allowed anyone to join either team, so Akira wanted to recruit Team Blue. But Makuri mentioned that Team Blue was made up of those people who didn't want any part in the war, and AI called him stupid for even thinking that they would fight. However, Yuri offered to give 200 points to each participant in advance, and 500 points to anyone who would steal an interface from Team Red. Team Blue was low on points, but even though it was a tempting offer, Amoto didn't agree to pass his message to his team, as Akira wouldn't need to hire mercenaries if he had a chance to win the battle. However, he had a personal offer and agreed to let Akira use his team as mercenaries if he would give him Yuri. Akira refused without wasting a second, and it made Amoto think that she was his girlfriend. But Yuri's ability made her equal to 20 standard ability users, and he would only think about having Yuri join Team Blue if Amoto would join the battle personally, as his overpowered ability was famous among the people, and it made him an even trade for Yuri. So realizing that Yuri's ability was on par with him, he thought that Team Green had a slim chance of victory, and agreed to let his people know about his offer. However, he wouldn't join the battle personally, and when he went away, Madoka